Well, it's been another great show, and as always, we want to thank you for tuning in to the Conscience of Kansas radio program. And I thought today I would leave you with a dream, my dream, maybe your dream, most certainly a dream fitting of the Conscience of Kansas radio program, one that recently filled my mind with hope as I floated effortlessly like the angels through time and space like a traveler to a new world. I left all the concerns of this planet and shot to a future not so distant, where people went to the polls in mass numbers with purpose on their mind. I gazed in wonderance through the fog of reality and saw Harry Reid in a little monkey suit parking cars at a Las Vegas casino. Now, I don't claim to know the heart of man, but it seemed that little man was happy having the weight of destroying the country off of his shoulders. And I continued to look through the mist of the maybes and possibilities and saw Nancy Pelosi running from a giant crowd carrying a 300-pound gavel. She seemed to be smiling, or maybe that was just the surgery. And there was Barbara Boxer still dressing down generals with all the force we've seen in the past. But this time was different. She wasn't in a room full of listeners and onlookers. She was by herself, sitting in a living room full of Twinkies with a TV playing, talking to her mirror, locked in a battle to dominate herself with nothing more than the television for company. And what was playing? The View? Maybe Oprah? But I continued to fly further and further down the winds of time to a historic election where Barack Obama was voted out of office and new change came in. Jobs were created and people smiled again. Terrorists hated us and hated us for all the right reasons. Oil pumped in Alaska and the stock market understood who were the winners and losers by the free market and not the government. There was no doubt there'd be good times and bad times to come, that we'd be challenged as a people, but we would be challenged as Americans. And once again, proud to be so, because we, that's you and me, together, we could be good too. And then I went further in the future, farther than I'd ever been before in my life. Was it years? Was it decades? I could see myself behind a radio microphone in a brightly lit studio, beating liberals in the battlefield of ideas. Oh, it seemed like Kansas. Had that loving feel like Kansas, but was it? Was it really? You know, it just might be. But then again, maybe it was the Rush Limbaugh program.
If you would like to know more about the Conscience of Kansas radio program, we invite you to visit IbbetsonUSA.com and subscribe to our newsletter.